All right, what's up guys? I'm gonna talk to you guys today about the 2023 Z900 that I've been riding. I'm gonna go over a few things. First thing's going to be this bodywork. I'm gonna split it up into two parts. One is going to be coloring. The second part is going to be the actual bodywork itself. I love the look of this bike, so I didn't want to swap the two. I hate the coloring, I'll get into that in a minute, but I love the actual look of the bike. I think for a street fighter, this bike does everything that it needs to right here. Looks incredible. I do wish they went with a different color, but I mean, that's just nitpicking, and I'll get to that as to why. So here we are, good walk around here. Here's the cockpit view. You guys normally don't get to see that because I can't figure out my camera angle to save my life, but working on it. So there's that. I'm gonna give it 7 out of 10 for the look, just because I love the look. I love those 4 pipes coming out. It's just sick. Color scheme, I can't stand it. I mean, the red up here looks all right. I mean, even right now in the video, it doesn't look very good. It looks kind of dingy, but in person, it's not. It's vibrant red, but that's what I hate about the wheels. They look so just terrible. They should have gone with black wheels. I mean, if you tell me, if they would have done black wheels and completely black fairings with just the red frame, I think that looked just sick. But they didn't, so that's my downfall to this bike. For the color, I'll give it a 4 out of 10, just because I cannot stand it. I can't wait to change it. Next tire change, the wheels are gonna change color. I'm thinking black wheels, so. I don't know, we'll see in a little bit once I do get the tires changed and see what color we end up going with. Pretty sure they'll be black though. As for braking, they're Nissan brakes, front and rear. The braking is exceptional on this bike. I've never wanted more. And I don't ride this very calm, so there is that. So the braking system, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 because I was worried about Nissan because it's a little bit different with dirt bikes, but this thing did not disappoint. Gonna talk about the headlight. I wish they would have done two headlights instead of the one big one. I don't know. If there was a drawback to the design, it's that. I mean, even if they did like a pod or something, just something that just, I don't know, you outrun this headlight a lot at 70 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour. You start to really outrun it, and it makes a night riding kind of sketchy. I feel like they could have, 1, done a little bit brighter, and 2, made it 2, just because I feel like that looks a little bit dorky, you know? It looks like buck teeth. But whatever, I think they did pretty good. For me, I wanted the windscreen. Anything above highway speeds, it feels like you're fighting for your life. So I recommend doing that. The mirrors, I just kind of took them out, put the bar end mirror. I like the bar end mirrors. Makes it a little harder when you're filtering traffic, but I mean, it does look a little bit better when you look at it from this angle. Looks pretty sick. Another thing is going to be the foot pegs. I don't really like the foot pegs. They're kind of easy to scrape. I'm gonna take off these feelers and see, but yeah, I've scraped that pretty good. So I'm gonna take those off, and I don't know if that's from a boot or what, but looks like I may have scraped that. But I wish they were, I mean, if you had to ask me, I just wish they were about right there. just a little, but no clutch issues. I do have the big three on this. I have the full pipe, I have air filter, and I have a dyno tune. It's 132 horsepower, 75 foot-pounds of torque, and it hasn't skipped a beat. So clutch is overdue for the power that it makes stock, so don't have to worry about that. Suspension, if you ask me, I mean, this isn't, I mean, it's the ABS model, but it's not anything special when it comes to the suspension, but it actually takes to adjustment very well. I messed with the tension on this. Here and here I did 2 clicks harder on the rear, 2 clicks softer on the front, and it made this thing tip into corners so much easier. It felt like the gas tank wanted to kiss the ground. It was crazy. So I had to back it off a little bit, but this thing takes to adjustment extremely well. That won't be a problem. Let's see, the brake light, check this out. This one's sick. It says Z. I never knew that until a writing buddy said that. I thought that was pretty cool. Another thing that I wish they did, you can't really tell, but I actually tinted that. It's way, way darker than normal. I'm just trying to get the speedometer a little bit easier to edit out, because right now, look at this. I did have the tape, but that speedometer is huge. You know, it's hard to cover that without it looking stupid. So I'm trying to tint it. I might have to tint it a little bit further, but anyways, I just wish they had a little bit more adjustability on this display screen to where you can just have it RPMs, or you could shrink the size of the speedometer, or just kind of play around with it just a little bit more, but whatever. The control on this thing, it's a little bit heavier of a bike. It's about 440. Really good control on this thing. I like it. It actually just feels really stable because of that weight, but you do feel it if you're like at a stoplight or something. It does feel heavier. But, oh my God, it's a little dirty, dang it. But anyways, runs pretty cool. I haven't had any problems overheating or anything like that. And like I was saying with the control, it does hold very steady in corners. So this thing does damn good when it comes to like cornering and stuff like that. I'm happy with it. I haven't had any trouble with it. No dead battery, no nothing. When it comes to gearing, I'm not the biggest fan of the gearing. I think the gearing should be a little bit taller. The first gear, especially after it's slightly modded, is unusable. You'll just spin throughout the entire first gear, and I even spin about a quarter of second gear. So I'm gonna go a little bit taller. Stock, I think, is 1539, and I'm thinking I'm gonna change over to 1639. And of course, I'll report back to you guys and see how that changes it, and if it changes it for the better or the worse. And yeah,